Bueno,
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Andres Lugo Ruiz. I am the director of the General Direction of PPP. To me, it's an honor to represent the Dominican Republic in this important event. As you all know, we Dominicans are really fun and we like to talk a lot. And we've prepared a 30-minute presentation, which we are going to have to reduce to 13 minutes. We are here with our ambassador, Mr. Cesar Herrera, and the sub-director of the General PPP Association, Isaiah Lopez. We're going to do this brief walkthrough for the word of opportunity that represents the Dominican Republic on or regarding investments. As you can see, we on 2024 we received $4.5 billion on direct foreign investment, leading the region of Central America and the Caribbean. But all of this is possible fundamentally because we have a big political, social, and economic stability during almost for 5 decades, for almost 50 years, and 30 years in a comprehensive way, meaning economic growth and social development. All of these, of course, have created a state of right with a lot of safety, and which is really attractive for investments. We are, as you know, in a strategic location in the heart of the Americas, in the same center, at a really good distance from North America, the center of America, the Caribbean islands, and also from South America, and that has allowed us to have a really good access around 2.2 billion consumers through the free market agreements with the US and Central America and the European Union. Also, in a so competitive world and that has a really specific settings, the fact that we have the lowest risk indicator of Latin America, it also constitutes a really important appeal and interesting for foreign investments in our nations. The Dominican Republic has made uh, private investment a priority in this administration of our president, who is a businessman on the tourist sector and also a developer of the project on the Dominican Republic, has put as a center of his agenda the private investment. And through a series of conditions that have been developed, being in the last 4.5 years, much more. We have a robust legal framework, and also it's transparent that has allowed that the foreign companies invest in the Dominican Republic with similar conditions, with an equal treatment with the local companies and local investors. But also, we have a paradise of fiscal incentives in some sectors which are really appealing to a foreign investment. That's why you can see, and here we present what are those incentives for, or some of the incentives for the projects we have in the Dominican Republic. We have in a certain way prioritizing a series of sectors that can become an important synergy for the PPP. We have the management of solid wastes, where there is an exemption on the taxes in the taxes over assets for 5 years that are developed that are needed in the operations of the management of solid wastes. We have a really big a border with Haiti. And in all the border, we have an area of development with also an extension of the taxes, which is the main base of the Dominican Republic, and the consume selective tax, and also telecommunications and insurance, and all the border and some special people of development, and also the studies and the machinery purchase for the development of projects on the border. And also in the renewable energy sector, there's an extension of different taxes of 100%, funding, external funding at the 5%, with an positive rate which is reduced, and also financing for community projects that are done in the different people of the Dominican Republic regarding renewable energy. And our strong spot also tourism. We have really good things here, the taxes over the rent, the national taxes, and also the city halls that are managed by the mayors for the construction of projects of real estate and touristic and hotel projects, and also an extension for the importation for equipment, materials, and mobilities for touristic facilities that could bring foreign financing. Those are some of the projects we have for the Dominican Republic. As a country, we have a clear goal. We want to be a Caribbean superpower, a developed country for the year 2026. That's why we have the plan goal 2036. Based on that, we have had an important financial and economic development. We had this on a sustainable way, and also we started to develop a series of projects regarding infrastructure and also structural reforms that are gonna allow us to have super special conditions for the foreign investment in the Dominican Republic. For the year 2020, the law 4720 created the PPP National Alliance, and this has been a really important part that allowed the private sector to be allowed to participate in initiatives with partnership with the government. We share different risks, and this has helped us prioritizing a series of sectors like exportation, power, transportation, water, health, among others. How do we turn the PPPs in a vital and effective tool? Well, that legal framework that is the law 4027 has created a series of conditions that allow to solidify that desire the private sector has to share with the public sector a series of really important projects for the development of the Dominicans. And that has allowed us to position ourselves in the whole region as an important destiny for the PPPs. In the Infrascope, you can see that we are in the 6th position on the year 2020, on the period 2023-2024 in the legal framework, thanks to the law 4720. And also here we had a P3 award. We were on the 2nd position as promoter of the public sector. These are some of the acknowledgments we received. Here we have fundamentally 4 projects on our portfolio of PPPs in the Dominican Republic with around $700 million in all of them. The Duarte port in the Samana project, which is a port infrastructure project, which is already in the financing closure part, and he has a $68.7 million. The well-known vehicle technical inspection program that you might already have heard about this, and it also in the infrastructure sector. This was declared of public interest, and on the next 6 months, we understand that we are gonna be ready for the bidding process. This has an investment amount for $74 million. In the health sector, we have the hemodialysis medical services. We understand that by the end of this year, we will be having the bidding process, and this was declared of public interest, which helped a lot. And we also have the metropolitan train from Santo Domingo, which is evidently really important project, and it's the most ambitious project we have in the Dominican Republic, around $548 million. We hope that for the next years, with certain SWIFT, we hope to present you a much broader portfolio with projects that are already in the development process. Our president, in the recent International Forum of PPPs held in Punta Cana, developed this important quote: the PPPs are key to address the development needs, making the most of the creativity, innovation, and resources that the private sector gives us, alongside the accompaniment, mission, and priorities of the public sector. I believe that in the administration, we just started to develop a second director of this key institution in the financial development of the Dominican Republic. We have the commitment to keep fostering the articulation of PPPs in the Dominican Republic with and making the most of the stability we have, and also the legal safety that our state of right represents, and also that we are a paradise of fiscal matters for the PPPs. Thank you very much.
Hola.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Juan Carlos Ayala. I'm Subsecretary of Structuration of the PPPs. On behalf of our Secretary, it's an honor to be here, and we thank you for the invitation. And what we bring to you are the investment opportunities. We've called this way because we believe we are in the right scenario for this to be an opportunities for the PPPs projects arrive to a good port, and everything gets done with a proper synergy. Why do we exist? Why is there a project like this? I believe that it's evident. And using some projections of the bid to 2030, we know where the gap is in Ecuador. And we told you that we have rural roads, we have 4G, we have public transportation, and all of these are opportunities to serve to our country. In addition, we understand that we are going to contribute with or generating jobs or employment opportunities. Here we are going to show you how all this makes an influence in different sectors regarding jobs, and this is a priority to us to help in a financial way our country. It's good to compare us. We feel proud to be in the 9th position of the Infrascope. Why did this happen? Because we are a new administration, and we feel good and strong on regulatory and financial and economic matters. And all the matters that this Infrascope measures us, we will not settle. We will keep going, moving forward. This is going to be a healthy competition, and we are going to try to be on the best positions we can be. Something really important that gives us a lot of solidity is this organic law of economical efficiency and job generation. And this allowed us to structure ourselves as PPPs. And this is made through some good practices from the World Bank, and we consider this to be solid and also gives us a lot of presence as international organization and also international management. And we believe this is really important, mainly the transparency. We believe that transparency in our process, it's going to be a huge difference on the delegation processes that the country can adopt. We have clear roles. There is regulation stability. This forbids the privatization of assets. We are environmentally and socially sustainable, and we also look for harmony to foster competition. So these are the institutional achievements we have. The launching of the PPP National Register that is integrated in the source platform. All the information here is public. The constitution of the trust to structure PPP projects. This also gives us an autonomy to control the structuration and to keep moving forward in an autonomous way. We have 3 technical guides approved already. We have the contract standard model for PPPs, and we have the macro contract signature for the PPPs. This generates a lot of value, and these are really good pillars to move forward. One of our main points of being transparent, and that's why we selected the source platform for you to have access to all the information. We believe that it's a really good communication method for the many stages we are going to live in this project. Among the general guidelines, I told we have the prioritization of projects and the general guide for presentation and approval of private initiatives, and the general guideline for processes for approval and presentation of projects under the PPP modalities. We are always in a constant process to come up with new guidelines. So I'm moving really fast because of time, but now we're going to talk about the projects we are working on right now. I believe that this caused a lot of expectations, and we feel really proud about this as Ecuadorians. First of all, it's good to mention that we have a really clear and defined cycle of project. We have a first stage that is planning and eligibility, and this is we have the projects at a profile level. After the projects went through the first filter and are approved, they move forward to a structuration process. This is where we are right now, and we estimate that this process don't take more than 2 years. We have a clear goal to go robust for the public bidding process. We've been very respectful for this cycle of project, and the last part is the execution and management of the project. Our project portfolio is, we have 12 approved projects. I'm showing you mainly in order by sector, and these are the 8 road projects we have already approved. The first one is the road project Manta Quevedo, more or less 194 kilometers, and we are closing the pre-feasibility and feasibility. We're going to close with this one. We estimate to go public in the bidding public by the end of 2026. The next one is Montecristi and Jipijapa. The road has 96 kilometers. We are in the pre-feasibility and feasibility, and we also want to go on 2026 for public bidding. We have Rifo and Baeza. We are about to start the feasibility, and we estimate to go to a public bidding on 2026. Viaducto Sur, which is one that has been a priority for the national government. We are right now in the pre-feasibility process, and by the end of 2026, we could be going public. Bahia Cojimies, we are in the pre-feasibility stage, and for 2026, the same. Ambato Baños Puyo, we are in the pre-feasibility process, and we also estimate to close this on 2026, being already in the market. Loja Catamayo, we have the structuration under a PPP modality with the Canadian government, and we are really advanced on this, and we are going public on 2027. And we close with Buena Fe, Babahoyo, Jujuan, 120 kilometers, and we are right now in the pre-feasibility on this year, and we estimate going public by 2027. We also have two port projects. Esmeralda Commercial Port, we estimate between a capex and an opex of 227 million. We are developing the pre-feasibility, and we also estimate closing the 2026 with the public bidding of this project. We also have the multi-purpose Guayaquil terminal, and we already made a lot of progress on this. And by 2026, we are looking forward going public. And also in our portfolio, we have two power sector projects with two hydroelectrics. We have Cardenillo, and we estimate to contribute with 596 kilowatts. We are already in the pre-feasibility phase, and we expect going public by 2027. And also, we also estimate a similar circuit for the Santiago hydroelectric, which is way bigger, and we expect to have this for 2,400 kilowatts. And this is going to give us a lot of support in a sector that we have many deficiencies on. In summary, we have $10,000 million in projects. We have 12 approved projects distributed on these three sectors: road, ports, and power. We feel we have a real robust portfolio in the sense that the projects have lived selection processes, and we don't want to be filled with projects, but to have real good expectations that the projects that get to this feasibility stage have complied all the stages. We, as a secretary, feel really consistent that in time we're going to be constantly having projects. So what's next in our portfolio? We have a lot of interest on the Galapagos logistic port to contribute to the island. The airport part also will be really important too. We are also in a railroad project, more that we will have a touristic connotation. We can also generate a lot of value in sanitation and water. This will allow us to contribute to the regional governments, and we also have a really big project that will be the Ecuador National Museum. This project has already been prepared, and we also leave an ongoing process as the need of the public sector needed to get into our portfolio. That's what I have to tell you. In this QR, you will find information of our secretary. And here with the delegation, we will gladly give you additional information, and thank you very much.
Muchas gracias a los dos por la presentación. Soy Andrés.
Well, my name is Regoyo from Canisa. An easy question for both of you. Andres, in the short-term pipeline that you introduced before, I don't see any roads. I don't want to be malicious or anything, I don't, but I don't see any roads. So I don't know, are you going to rescue this issue on AMBA that without structures, such strange or odd structures like mixing? I don't know. I have a mantra against doing PPP and the development of buildings or structures. So how about future basic structure, the future of basic structures? How about tows? So you're going to have tows in some of your roads for me to large models. Um, the um, the model that I think it's mistaken, which is to assign the rate to the private company, and like the same thing they do in Colombia for this trip. We don't need any bags. We undo like the Paraguayan did in the first project, and how it was actually done in Florida in the PPPs, which is you charge a tow, but the tow goes to each trust fund or to each trust, and with that trust, I pay for availability. What exactly is the model that you're looking into for these structures? Well, we actually aspire for that the next meeting, the PPP Americas, we can introduce as a feasible project, a reformulated project, a road of 150 kilometers, and that joins the heart, the core of the Dominican Republic, which is the center of the island. It connects with one of the most important provinces from the coast, with Puerto Plata, which is an important unification that we hope will be done in about 2 years. I have to state that I don't have an actual answer, not a straight answer, and why. Because each road has to go through a specific process, not the profiling, pre-feasibility, feasibility, and each one of the studies and everything is going to actually tell us what the right model is going to be. You're going to try and decrease your PPD as a private, you're going to increase other things, increase rates. We have to measure, we have to understand what is the availability of the actual payment, what do the people, the population accept. That has to do with the study. We have not made an actual decision yet, given that we need, no, the models will be designed per case, on a case-by-case basis, basically. And so depending on location, population, demand, etc. And quarterly, it's going to give us, it's going to be done like technically, and we're going to be given a sustainment of each one of them in the best possible manner.